Hello everyone. As part of our video series, today we'll discuss with Ramkrishna, who is into automotive Android audio development. He's working as principal engineer at Harman International. We'll discuss with him. We'll have insights on this career, automotive Android audio development. What are the prerequisites of this career, and what are the career opportunities in this, and what is the future of this career. Let's begin this session.
Hello, Ramkrishna.
Hi, Adesh.
How are you, Ramkrishna?
I'm good, Adesh. How are you?
I'm also fine. Ramkrishna, you are into automotive Android audio development. You basically belong to E&C branch. How did you get into this profession?
Just to brief out, right? I started with embedded systems, but mainly my embedded system was not really dependent on hardware. Okay, that's how I got into this domain. Earlier, I worked in multimedia systems. Okay, they're also the Android platform only, but still my work will be generally HAL and above layer. HAL, when I say it is hardware abstraction layer. So I don't go into device drivers. Okay, so it will be above device drivers, but below framework and application layers. So these all developments goes with the vendors. Okay, vendors like all OEM manufacturers, they want to develop their own HAL. Okay, because they want to control their device drivers and in turn their devices. So this is one. I mean, it itself is in. It has its own framework, its own work. So that's how my intention. I mean, our core focus will be to make software development agnostic of hardware. Okay, I mean, to be more specific, right? I work on a platform and proprietary solution. Okay, the proprietary solution intends to develop software which works on different projects. Okay, so I develop software which can run on GM cars, which can run on Audi car, Tata car, okay, and Maruti car as well. So we have our own design philosophies, we have our own design goals, and we developed our platform, we developed our framework accordingly. According to, I mean, along with we have some configurations. Okay, for example, we have a requirement from say Audi. We will customize our software to serve Audi. And tomorrow GM comes or a new requirement comes from GM or something else, or it comes from Tata, say for example, according to our budget, according to the requirement from customer, we customize and change our software configurations to serve them. Okay, so basically my expertise is to make a generic software. Okay, as generic as possible. Okay, so that, I mean, in long term with minimal effort, minimum maintainability, I can serve multiple clients. That is the whole intention.
Okay.
Okay.
So actually, you are not completely into embedded like hardware and software. I think what you
uh,
just said, like you are totally into software development. Is that
Correct. Yes, that's yes, as your understanding is correct. But yeah, ultimately it runs on hardware. But my day-to-day work or my focus is to make my software agnostic of hardware. So whenever, say for example, we have latency measurements. Okay, we have some critical path measurements. That time we touch hardware. We use CROs to make end-to-end measurement. But we don't develop anything with respect to hardware. That is out of my scope.
okay? Can you tell me one application has such you worked on? You maybe worked on many different projects. You have started your career in I think in 2008 and in embedded
Yeah.
system in 2008 and 2009. So from that period, I think you maybe worked on different projects. Can you name one application has such or any project you are working now?
So currently I'm working for Audi. Okay.
Right.
Previous to Audi, I worked for GM cars. Okay. So they have different car lines. Okay. They name something like model year 22, model year 23, like that. So the cars released in 21, like 2021, 2022. For now, we are developing softwares for 2023, 24, 25, something like that. So they have model years. Okay, accordingly we will develop software, and once software is rolled out to our customers, so then they will launch according to their needs. Okay, so prior to this I worked on multimedia. Okay, when I was in Sasken, so I worked in multimedia. That was also Android only. Okay, from there I started with Delphi. Okay, Delphi was purely automotive. That's how I jumped into automotive. There it was like a phone application and audio customization. Okay, they have their own requirements. Okay, when I say audio is not a straightforward system. We have many complex systems inside car itself. Like we have different connectivity. Okay, Bluetooth. Earlier it used to be just one USB or CD player. Okay, that too. I mean, hand driven or even using remote at the most. But now we have entire operating system, entire Android sitting on car. I know like sophisticated cars where more than one operating system lies inside car itself. Okay, to just manage a cluster they have Linux, and just to manage IVI they have Android. Okay, such cars are coming in market. They are already there, but now they are bit high ranged cars. But eventually for general public also they will be available. General public means low cost cars, low budgeted cars. So that's how the car industry is evolving.
Okay. So,
Okay,
you have worked in Sasken for how many years you worked there?
almost close to 7 years, close to 7 years. Yeah.
Okay. So, was that the first company you worked in?
No. I started with L&T.
Oh,
L&T, yeah, I developed mobile applications. Okay, mobile applications and mobile middleware. Okay, that is also on Android. So my expertise goes with Android. That's how I entered Android audio development.
all right. So, after L&T,
Yeah,
you switched to Sasken, and then from there, you
yeah,
presently working
yeah.
in
Harman.
Harman International as a
Yes,
principal
correct.
engineer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, what are the career opportunities? For example, if anyone has to start take this as his career, then how he has to start?
Basically, we look for a programming language. Okay, C, C++. If any guy, right, this is quite generic. The moment you enter the domain, then your expertise starts. Okay, when I say automotive, because generally, for now, as per my understanding, automotive is not taught in industries. Automotive, basically embedded automotive. Okay, embedded systems are taught, and there is automotive or automobile engineering. That is not what I am talking about. So they have to expertise on any programming language. Okay, whichever they are comfortable in. Okay, C, C++, or Java if they want to develop application. Because I said Android. Okay, Android is a complete stack, right? It has Java, it has C, C++, everything. So if anyone interested in Java, right, they can make core Java certification or expertise and get into application development. They can come here. But the best opportunity, as per my, I mean, I take interviews also, right? So with that experience, if you ask me, C++ is the best. Okay, and that too we have to learn new C++ features. So the more we are expertise in modern C++, we will have good plenty of opportunities. Okay, and you asked opportunities ever since COVID has come, right? Car manufacturers, okay, cars are selling a lot, maybe because of personal security or things like that. So there is a lot of demand. Okay, so we are trying to hunt for many people. We are not getting enough resources. Okay, basically we are looking for experts in C++. Okay, and we are ready to train them, but we are not getting. That's how it is. When I said C++, not generic, they should have Android background. That will be definitely added advantage. Okay, now Google has given very good documentation. Okay, anyone can go through. Okay, because many people now started doing projects also on Google. They can just grasp or NDK and do some development. If they have any background of Android plus native, when I say C, C++, it will be a real advantage, and definitely there are a lot of good opportunities. Okay, because they can go to, as you mentioned, they can go to hardware software, or okay, they can go to purely software also.
All right. Uh,
Okay. And yeah, and a few people, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, and a few people, if I mean, they are not willing or they are not up to development, they want to take up testing as a career, they also have very good opportunities. They can learn Python, and then I mean their scope and radar will be huge. Okay, the more expertise they gain in Python, they can definitely enter any kind of industry, including automotive.
all right. So according to you, the basic languages like C and C++ are must for this career, and as well as for
Yes.
he has to have the knowledge on Python as well.
Yeah, Python. Yeah, if they want to go for testing. Otherwise, yeah, I mean they can learn Python while they are doing the job itself.
Okay. So are
Okay.
there enough jobs for freshers, not about experienced individuals? I'm talking about freshers.
Freshers also have, because our college only go for this campus interviews, right? They hire freshers also, but I don't know exact number, but definitely there are opportunities for freshers also. Okay, I just try to answer you in general, right? Because you see more cars running on road, right? There are more that many opportunities, okay, in everywhere, all segments of car, including softwares, right? There are definitely a lot of opportunities. Okay, Bosch is there, Continental is there, okay, Harman is there. Okay, Harman, we have different divisions. We have connected car, connected service. Harman service is there. So everywhere I think we have good opportunities.
Okay. So your
Yeah.
work as such in car, wherever audio is taken as input to the car device, wherever audio is involved, uh, you people are involved in that processing unit.
Yes, yes. Yes, correct. When you say audio, right, that's why audio is not that straightforward. It is a little bit complicated domain in itself, because audio has some control path, audio has routing, audio has a processing. Okay, you just take a simple example, right? I am talking. There are two audio devices involved: a microphone and speaker. Okay, when it comes to car, right, because car environment is noisy, there are a lot of audio processing is needed. Okay, so that the other person he can receive that audio signal in a correct way. So a lot of audio processing like noise cancellation, noise suppression, and things like that is needed. And also to give good user experience, we will have some premium speakers. Okay, not generally what we use in home. The car speakers are little bit different, because they have to combat the noise inside car, right?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
So would you suggest any platforms where the freshers can learn these technologies and they can get into the similar kind of jobs? As well as
Plat
would you suggest any self-learning platforms and any institutes wherein they provide training on these particular area?
Okay, general embedded trainings, right? They are really helpful. Okay, anyone who is trained in general, any embedded, okay, it may be cranes. Okay, just for example, cranes or CDAC or anything, right? They are training in embedded. Okay, or nowadays, if there is anyone else, okay, who, because in nowadays they used to be the one who used to train maximum number of people, but now maybe there are other competitors, I don't know. That will be good. Okay, and platform you asked, that's what I said. Google documentation is the best. I can share you the links. Okay, if people
Okay.
have that advantage, right? Yeah, definitely it will be an added edge. Okay, even if they're generally hunting for job. Okay, say for example in our college, people look for job. Okay, whatever, irrespective of their stream, computer science, information science, or electronics. They first, I mean, in take a general case, right? um, whenever they are doing their project, right, or they want to take up some project or they want to show some project, they can definitely go through Google documentation. They can prepare their own project, or at least they can understand some concept. Okay, for example, one example I'll give you. Okay, in Linux gives you socket communication for inter-process communication. Okay, Android offers binders. So in any job interview, if they know terminology, at least the binder is used in Android, right, they definitely have added edge. Okay, they need not to do a deep dive inside Android itself. Okay, so those things are definitely, yeah, helpful.
Okay. So please do share that link, Google document link. So I'll be putting it in the descriptions. So if
Yeah.
anyone wants to take a look on Google document or want to use that Google document, then definitely you will be finding it in the description box. Fine.
Yes, yes.
Fine. What about the salary packages, like for a fresher and any individual who have an experience of around 5 to 6 years in the same area?
Yeah, it all depends on skill. Okay, because I mean, I will not reveal name. Last week only, I interviewed two people, and few people are leaving organization because of outside opportunities. Okay, 3 year guy. Okay, he is getting a 16 lakh package. Okay, it's really good. Okay, more than 3 4 times, and generally people do comparison, right? Their experience into two is good. Okay, average n to 3 is like best. Okay, what they say, or not best, I mean better. So those kind of opportunities are there. That's what I'm telling. The skills are really really important. Okay, the more skillful they are, definitely a lot of opportunities. And in fact, right, the product companies or service companies, they are ready to pay any amount. Okay, because they are like wheels. Entire organization runs on them. Okay, their skills. And yeah, take worst case. Okay, 6 year guy just getting 8 to 10 lakh, they're also there. Okay, but if you ask average, 6 year guy definitely should get more than 15 lakhs.
All
That's
right.
for sure.
Okay. Uh, that's a good salary package. Uh, does this career suits only for some branches, or is it open for every branches, like mechanical engineering
It,
or computer science or ESC?
uh, this is a good question. Yeah, to answer this question, it is open for everyone. Okay, again, it depends on the interest. Okay, when they enter, right? Okay, to answer you, it need not be. See, for example, in ENC we learn Laplace transform, Fourier transform. Okay, EC and things like that. They may not use it day to day. However, the application from them is definitely used. Okay, now I am telling audio. We learned audio, right? We learned DSP. So DSP is a backbone of audio. Entire audio processing goes through DSP unit. Okay, and DSP engineers are paid really high. Okay, they are decently paid. If they are taking signal processing, okay, signal processing is also part of this whatever I have described so far. It's really good. Okay, so if they are going in core domain like signal processing, definitely ENC students have edge. Okay, if they are going for general software development and want to grow in automotive, yeah, anyone can approach, because the door is open for everyone, even for like average students who want to make a testing as a career, also really good opportunity. Because I see, as per my experience, the testers inside the automotive domain are really better placed. Okay, in terms of knowledge and the package as well. Because testing is just not testing here. They will gain a lot of knowledge. Okay, from there they can develop their career.
Okay. So what about the number of jobs when compared to developers and testers? Are there the same number of jobs in testing area as well, in automotive testing, when you compare it with
Uh,
developers?
Generally, I would say more.
Okay. So it means,
Because
yeah.
testers are more, because yeah, the systems will be complicated. As I told, right, our intention is to make it generic, but we need people to test it. Okay, and in automotive, where our software goes, right, we will do different phases of testing. Okay, something will be tested on bench. Okay, on tester bench, and then it will go to vehicle. Something will directly go to car. Okay, um, uh, y- generally, right, Harman or any company, they will take some car dedicate for this type of testing. Currently, right, I'm working from home, but I have my head unit also. Okay, entire head unit is also with me. Like that, head unit is just like one silver box. Okay, people when they want to test, right, like anyone, any manager, any vice president, before giving it to client, they just want to take one ride. They will just take it and do testing. They'll just listen music, listen tuners, and some VR session, some connectivity, things like that. Okay, any use case like that, there are a lot of opportunities, and people will go for drives. Okay, drive hours. Okay, so I also been part of that type of thing. As a part of development, we had critical issues. Okay, so when I was in US, we need to drive for 3 hours, and some issue will come after 3 hours, so we have to monitor. So I alongside me, there were two testers, okay, and driver, everything. So we want to reproduce issue and things like that. So testers needed. Okay, testers are needed in more number. Also developers. Okay, cannot just have a ratio, but yeah, you can say equal or even more, because we need a manual testing. Finally, we need to do automation, and nowadays, inside testing also, something called as product architect. Okay, because if they have platform, they want to serve different people, they need to make a strategy inside testing itself. It is not just that output is coming or not. Okay, it's beyond that. So that's also a good opportunity. Okay,
Okay.
and people, yeah, tend to raise their career inside testing also. I have seen people starting from tester, reaching till VP level. Okay, step by step. Okay, they become manager. Eventually they will control all testing. They will make a testing strategy for company. Okay, yeah, that is a different career. There also you can see a good growth. Okay. So yeah, I said I belong to connected car division, right? So connected car means any car which is connected to internet. So nowadays, car is not like earlier days. It used to be just a locomotive, mechanical device, but nowadays it's entire embedded system in itself. And I mean, we have autonomous car also coming. So it goes more and more sophisticated, and we can see more software entering car. Okay, more software, more connectivity entering car. So currently what options we have is like phone and Wi-Fi. Okay, with this means we will connect to outside world. That's a connected car. Okay, so I was describing about the Google, right, Google documentation. This is what is, I mean, just overview of that architecture. When we use just a traditional mobile phone, we have this just AOSP components. AOSP is okay, Android open source. Okay, so here we have some framework, some components, but now they released the operating system for automotive specific. Okay, automotive OEMs basically. So we have car related things. Okay, we have car manager, car service. Okay, so we have vehicle HAL. HAL is a hardware abstraction layer. So like this, we communicate with the hardware. Okay, once we reach kernel. So this is the overview. And I spoke about audio earlier. You asked a development opportunity. We have development opportunity in applications. We have different applications, not only in audio. We have projection as a main application. We have Android Auto. We have CarPlay, our major contenders. We have CarLife also, majorly used in China. So then we have framework development, HAL development. Okay, then device drivers obviously there, and DSPs, as I mentioned, it's a backbone. And also we have hardware, mainly with respect to the internal amplifiers, external amplifiers, and mainly for microphones. So in automotive, yeah, microphones and the speakers are really critical elements, starting from their characteristics, their performance, including their position. It's really important. We cannot place microphone anywhere, right? We have to position it right. Otherwise, we will see a lot of noise, a lot of echo, and things like that. So it's like complete package, end to end. Any application developer to hardware developer, they can enter this domain. There is no restriction. It's quite generic. Okay. And inside audio itself, if you ask, yeah, we have audio control. So I mainly work on audio control, and we have audio routing, we have audio processing. A lot of audio processing should be done inside car. Okay, and yeah, whatever I work, right, this is called as IVI system. This is in vehicle infotainment system, because this is just not entertainment. This is information plus entertainment. Because we have connectivity starting from BT, CarPlay, Android Auto. Okay, and we have a lot of entertainment sources like a tuner, USB, and a lot of voice recognition, navigation. That kind of information source also we need to deal about. Everything has to pass through audio. Okay, and for our process wise, right, we have something called as ASPICE. This is automotive software process improvement and capability determination. This is one standard which we have to comply. This is basically a compliance. Okay, you talked about career opportunity. Any person, okay, who entered this thing, and they want to take up this as a career, they can make a quality, right? In quality also they can make a career. Okay, some people I have seen, they will go in this ASPICE. Okay, this is a compliance basically. So ASPICE is a compliance. They can make certification, but I think it is too far. Maybe freshers will generally not tend to do it certification directly, because it's not just like programming and other thing. Okay, this belongs to quality. So maybe a few years of experience, they can make a certification. Then they can make here also a good career. Okay. So whatever software we develop, whatever process we follow, we have to comply to this ASPICE. Okay, and yeah, the career we already talked about. Okay, so it depends on, yeah, like it's quite generic. The person with native expertise can enter HAL and below layer, and the person who is interested in Java, okay, not they don't want to do pointers or any complicated work inside native, they can enter application or framework development. And yeah, like Python is quite generic. It can be used by developers, or it can be used by testers for automating anything. And it can be used for unit testing and automate any process basically. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
can you repeat this HAL, what it is?
HAL is a hardware abstraction layer. Okay, so if you have a hardware, right, the hardware, okay, so hardware, it comes with, see, any software development should be generic for more sellable, right? Otherwise, it's kind of hard code. Okay, the hard coded things are it's not sellable. So if that hardware is sold, then your business is gone. So that's not how any software is being developed. Generally, right, generally, any software development should be generic, should be configurable. They are like basic principles. So this is hardware abstraction layer. We want to abstract hardware complexities, okay, with one thin layer, or say one framework.
Okay.
Okay. For example, okay, just to give you one example, right? So any audio device is there. Okay, assume a case. You write some code. Okay, some codec you develop, and you can play some music, or you can do something there. Okay. If we don't have hardware abstraction layer, then it is specific to that. If we have hardware abstraction layer, okay, tomorrow new vendor come with the cheaper rate. Okay, and tomorrow some other vendor comes with the premium different hardware, then we can serve. Okay, because these tie-ups will happen at different level. Okay, example, right, so Audi or GM, they want to go with Intel. Okay, for chipset solution, they can go equally with the Qualcomm, right? So now we cannot say that we will serve only Qualcomm chipset. Okay, then we will be under loss. So we want to abstract, we want to make it more and more generic,
Generic, okay.
right? So yeah, HALs are developed like that.
Fine. Okay. Thank you, Ramkrishna. You have introduced about automotive Android development and what are its prerequisites. If one has to take up this career, then what he has to prepare, like you said, C, C++, Java. And if he wants to go with testing area, then Python would be suggestive course. And also you have shared a Google document wherein if a student wants to do his projects, then he can even take the help of Google document for his project and learn different technologies or different projects in that Google document. As well as you also briefed on the career opportunities in this area, various salary packages. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thanks, Avish.